I started my run from London Bridge, the city waking up around me. The air was crisp, the streets still carrying the quiet hum of the morning. The sky was thick with gray clouds, but not a single drop of rain had fallen yet. It felt like one of those runs where the city belonged to me, where every step felt smooth, every breath easy. The familiar sights of London passed by as I settled into a rhythm, my shoes tapping lightly against the pavement. As I approached Tower Bridge, everything changed. The first raindrops landed on my skin, soft, almost refreshing. I barely noticed them at first, but within minutes the drizzle turned into a steady downpour. The streets darkened, the river shimmered under the weight of the rain, and the once dry pavement turned into a slick mirror reflecting the city's lights. The air smelled fresh, that unmistakable scent of rain hitting warm ground. I stopped for a moment under the bridge, finding the perfect spot with a view of the river. The sight was breathtaking. London drenched in rain, its colors blurred like a painting coming to life. The bridge arched above me, sheltering me for just a few seconds as I stood there, catching my breath. My heart was still pounding, my body warm despite the cold rain hitting my skin. For a brief moment, I thought about waiting it out, letting the storm pass. But then I reminded myself, this was part of the experience. Running in the rain isn't something you plan. It's something that happens. And when it does, you embrace it. So I pushed forward back into the storm. The raindrops hit harder now, soaking through my clothes, dripping from my hair. Each step sent water splashing from the pavement, my shoes sinking slightly into small puddles forming along the path. My pace quickened, not out of urgency, but because I felt alive. The world around me blurred as I ran, the city buzzing with movement. People rushing for cover while I did the opposite, leaning into the rain, welcoming it. By the time I reached Bermondsey Beach, I was completely drenched. This was my halfway point, 2.5 kilometers in. I paused just long enough to take in my surroundings. The river stretching endlessly beside me, waves rippling under the gray sky. There was something about this moment, this run, that felt different. More real, more raw. I took a different path on my way back, choosing streets I hadn't run before. The rain softened slightly, turning into a mist that hovered in the air. London looked different now. Quieter, washed clean, refreshed. The puddles reflected the buildings. And for the first time in a long time, the streets felt like they belonged to me. The final stretch was the hardest, my legs burning, my breath heavier now. But I kept pushing, my pace steady, my mind focused. I had done it, 5 kilometers in 28 minutes. I stopped,